What's happening, folks? Happy Tuesday night to you. Welcome to another edition of the TPO Doc Talk podcast. It's me, Gene, coming to you from the Heroes Media Group Network. Happy Tuesday. Man, 65 degrees plus out here in Colorado today. Had me jonesing for some open water. Ooh, fishing season's coming. Yeah, we're going to try to get out this weekend. Hopefully you guys are getting a chance to enjoy the beautiful, beautiful weather. It means springtime's right around the corner, man. We're getting close. Out here in Colorado means we got about maybe 1-2 more blizzards to go as we get through March, knowing this schizophrenic weather that we get out here, and then bang, we'll be on that spring season before you know it. Hey, man, before we get going too much further, as always, TPO Doc Talk podcast for the entire season and beyond. And the TPO as a whole owes it all to the Romans Warrior Foundation. They are the sponsor of the show. They are the reason the True Patriot Outfitters exist. Romans Warrior Foundation, helping is healing. Check it out over at romanswarriorfoundation.org. All the different divisions we have. Of course, our little division, the Field Ops division, where we get people outside, let the healing powers of the outdoors do the work, and create that bonding and that camaraderie. Try to reconnect where we can. Of course, the Global War on Terror's Wall of Remembrance. That is the big one. If you've got a big event going on in your neck of the woods and you want to take it to the next level, get a hold of the Romans Warrior Foundation. Get that wall in there. It is pretty much a living, breathing entity all in of itself. And then, of course, we have the Label 22, Stop 22 tour, veteran artists, singer-songwriters making music by veterans for veterans. And then the Hoosiers with Hearts disaster relief team out of Indiana. Dave White and his entire team out there answering the call in that neck of the woods or in as far as they can on the reach there anytime there are natural disasters in that area. All right, man, the bills are paid. We got this one in the books here. Now, you're going to have to work with me a minute when I figure out my layout situation. We have a very special guest. This dude is a guy that I worked with many years ago. Our job didn't allow us to work like side by side, but I got the pleasure to start hearing some of the early days of the Truck Chronicles. I got those in the office there. And I can tell you, one of the things you're about to learn about this man tonight is that whether you agree or disagree with his point doesn't matter. He's coming to you with straight, real talk. And that's the thing I love the most about him is the thought that goes in, and his whole purpose behind what he's trying to do is empower you, help you figure things, get a grip on things, and figure things out. He also goes into a lot deeper topics that go beyond my simple knot tying head. That's what I do, but I try to stay with him as much as I can on YouTube out there. Let's go ahead and bring in my buddy. Hang on a sec here. I'm gonna find it. All right, we got it. There it is, Mr. Ricky Williams. Ricky, how the hell are you, sir?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, man. How you doing, man? That's the question.
You know, I'm still kicking. I'm 30 pounds down from what I was, so I'm feeling better.
You look good. You look good, man.
So do you.
We getting there.
You're still doing your time over at the previous job that will remain nameless.
Hey, man. Hey, easy money is easy money. You know how it goes.
Right,
you know
right.
So we do what we got to do with what we can, man. It's just part of the game.
I hear that. Yeah, man. So before we get going too much further here, we got some comments coming in here. What do we got here? Uncle Ricky and chat family stay consistent. All right. We got some people tuning in with us. We got Mr. Adam Bird of Heroes Media Group as well. Tim and Miranda. I watched Tim and Miranda. I was watching a lot of his comments on one of your Truck Chronicles the other day that I was tuning into. That's awesome.
It's smart dude, man. Smart dude.
We appreciate you guys tuning in, man. It's much appreciated. This is good. Yes, Mr. Jason Ginger out of Missouri there. Hey, good evening. Looking forward to this. And yes, indeed. So
Shout out to Facebook. Shout out to Facebook. What's good, Facebook? How y'all doing?
Heck yeah. Salute from traffic. Excellent. Driving home. We love catching those. We have a captive audience with that.
Mm-hmm. We love you.
Let's get into it, man. Let's go ahead and start because your YouTube channel, dude, is one of the most diverse channels for content, but yet it's really not. But I love the different flavors you throw out on some of this. But before we get jumping into that side there, let's, if you don't mind, United States Army veteran. When did you serve, sir?
I served from the years of 1993 to 1996.
Outstanding. Well, from all of us fat, lazy citizens out here, thank you, sir, for your service. We appreciate you.
All right. Thank you, sir. You as well, brother. You as well.
Yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, the whole piece that we turned our focus to was basically bringing awareness out there. One of the things that I love, and you correct me on any of this stuff if I've misread some of this, but to me, the content that you talk about in an overall view, in a lot of the content is in my mind is some of the best self-help medicine that a person can listen to, because you talk about taking responsibility and controlling your own destiny quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you use a lot of different words with that, but that's pretty much what I hear. And when I follow this stuff going, you know what? You can't argue with this.
Yeah.
My man is right on this. So what led you to this, man, to start spitting this stuff out here?
Mostly I did it, if you want me being totally transparent, I did it for my kids, right? Life goes by fast, right? And I just wanted to have a place where my kids can come see me, and if they need to listen to me at some time later when I'm no longer on this plane of existence, right, that they can come hear my voice, right? I just that's the reason why I started to be, right. But I think what really pushed me towards it more now is that, especially in the society that we live in, the information that's being passed, it's a lot of false expectations. A lot of dreams that's being sold. As soon as you get up out of bed, they're selling your dreams. A lot of people don't have a good grasp on life experience, I should say.
I mean, I mean, you couldn't be any more correct, and it, especially what this all, the way I tie this back to myself is on that mental health, side of things is just dealing with your day to day. When expectations are all screwed up and all twisted around the area there, I mean, it makes it hard just to, make ends meet and connect the whys and what's the reason getting out of bed, what's the reason going through and doing this stuff, That's,
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing is about it, when life happens and life be laughing, right, it seems like we the only one going through it. You know what I mean? Your struggles are not they're not special to you, right? It's just you going through it. And a lot of times people just want to understand that they're not going crazy, right? Make sure that, I'm not looking at something that my logic isn't off. And I think that's what I try to provide for most people. I ask my family over there, hey, level set me, let me know if I'm off. You know what I mean? And again, like I said, with the dreams and the lies that's being pumped in, you know how it go. You hear anything enough times, you might start to believe it, So I just try to do the best I can to keep myself level set so I can make the correct decisions and judgments at that time.
Dude, I absolutely love that legacy piece you just talked about, man, about for our kids. You said something the other day on the Truck Chronicles that struck a chord deep with me, and that is, and you were speaking to one sector, but I took a lot from it myself as well, and that was this whole, you can't take none of this stuff with you, man. It isn't about the materialistic stuff that we try to stick behind it, that we try to think that our success is somehow tied to the amount of toys we can acquire or what we can portray, through the social media landscapes out there, whatever. The showing out message that you that you were talking about yesterday, actually, on the Truck Chronicles.
Yeah.
And isn't that the truth, man? I mean, at the end of the day, we can't take none of this with us, right? I mean, ain't nobody getting out of this thing with anything.
Nothing. Yeah, man. I try my best to make sure people stay focused on things that matter, right? I've had a lot of harrowing experiences in my life. And the worst one I believe I had when I almost died, I wasn't thinking nothing about my car, right? I wasn't thinking nothing about my bank account or where I'm gonna get this steak. That was the last thought or memory that it did not play in my mind at all. The thing that passed by when they say you see your life flashing in front of your eyes are the little events in your life that, touch your soul, that help your heart. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, that's the lie we being sold, right? On a day-to-day basis, week to week, that money is the God, money is everything. Money is necessary. We all like money. If I gave you $5,000, you ain't gonna say no to it. I'm not either, right? But
Right.
but for us to make this the focus of success, and these are the things that make you a good human being, a good man, a good woman. I call bullshit.
Hell yeah. Dude, you said something. One of the things that flashed before your eyes, you mentioned at your science fair. You saw your mama's face at your science fair
Mm-hmm.
that you went to, and it's like I'm getting goosebumps, dude. Just saying that stuff, because isn't that? I mean, that's the piece, right? I mean, and when we bring this back around to when we're talking about all of our brothers and sisters out there, and then of course the area that I try to focus on and serve is that of the warfighting families out there. I mean, these are things that they're dealing with on the daily, right? So if you want that motivation piece, think about that. Think about the grown ass man, the thing he remembered the most, at that time of thinking that you about to cash in was a science fair. So don't be sleeping on going to that play and watching that, and cheering on your kid at the soccer game or whatever it is,
Yeah, life's funny, and sometimes it laughs at you, right? So
you hope it's laughing.
Right. Just be ready for it. It's the little things. We all know what the big things are. Those are the things we are preached from the time we're taught to be responsible, right? It's the little things that count, man. It's the little things that count.
Hell yeah. And we'll come back around. But one of the other things on the not as heavy, this is where you and I actually used to have some awesome chats at work, is on the boxing side. You do a lot of boxing breakdowns of stuff going on in the sport of boxing. You do some of those videos.
I'm so disappointed in boxing right now, man. Jeez Louise.
It's one of my questions. How do you hang on, man? Because our sport has been just fleeced.
I love it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like a bad girlfriend. It's simply what it is. You know what I mean? You hate her, but you love her at the same time. It's just what it is. I have an affinity for boxing. Saved my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know.
Like I tell the story. I told my chat, they know how I learned to fight was getting jumped. You know what I mean? So I had to take up. So I had to learn something, because that's the way it was where I grew up. You got jumped if you wasn't a gangster or you weren't trying to gangbang or whatever. You got jumped. They called you a neutron. So I had to learn how to defend myself, right? But it's just right now. It's so bad right now, man. Like, I mean, if you look at all major sports, honestly, besides football and baseball, right? Really, all of them is kind of mad. But boxing is the money's drying up, so people are real desperate. Nobody wants to take a L. Nobody wants to fight. So, but I love it, man. It's boxing is life. That's the one thing Canelo Alvarez says, and he gets right. Boxing is life. Sometimes you get your ass whooped. Sometimes you whoop ass. You know what I'm saying?
Love it. Yep.
Sometimes you whoop ass and it don't go your way. It's you get knocked down, you got to get back up. You can be on top, be the man, right? You get in there one night and one punch change your whole life. It's life, right?
I love it.
That's why I relate with it so well. I think a lot of people don't understand it. It also teaches you, just like soldiering, right? It teaches you the what type of man you are, right?
Yeah.
You know where limits you can go. You know what you can and can't take. And boxing is I think the one real sport that really shows you that. So
I love that, man. Yeah. One of the things when I first got in my teens, when I first started boxing, the whole piece was had to show my minerals, right? I had to show I could take a punch, I could keep doing this, and in turn, I have a nose that will lay over, but won't go that way because I box southpaw. Enough straight right hands down the pipe, and I'll never forget the day the look on my coach's eyes was about this big, and he's like, "Duck, for the love of God, duck."
Hey, you know.
And I thought, well, shit, that's a good idea. I should try that.
Yeah. Right? You're going to need to keep getting hit or learn the lesson. It's up to you. Like I said, it's life. So it's life.
Yeah. It was boxing. Boxing was, when I was still, because long after I quit boxing, I stayed with the workout just because of the health piece. And I used it to kind of bring myself back around a couple times with the health side. And it was right during, I would say, on his rise of Roy Jones, Evander, that it was that era.
Yeah,
when I was, age. Yeah, golden when I, age. And watching these giants of men just go out there and put on a master class. Of course, Roy was in a world of his own, in my personal opinion. The guy did things that was so unconventional.
Roy cheated himself, though.
Oh yeah.
He should have stayed in his weight class.
100%. Yeah, he I think it was a matter of I don't know if his brain just got bored with whooping everybody down there, so he wanted to challenge more. But yeah, he got a little too big too fast.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, just watching that era, and to me, Evander loved. I mean, this guy was. I mean, that guy could have fought back in the days, in my opinion, of like Listons and Frazier's. I mean, he reminded you of one of those guys that he's going to get knocked down. But, dude, you better knock him the hell out or he's getting back up like a zombie. He's going to keep coming at you.
Yeah, man. I mean, we all think it's the best in our time. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I got to say, we had a great era in boxing. Like you said, we had Holyfield, Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
The Klitschko's, Lennox Lewis, Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr., it was a great time for Andre Ward. You know what I mean? It's a great time for boxing. I just love the sport. It's just one of those things I think I'll watch until there is no more. I'm just a fan of it.
So what's your call on like the 92 weight division things? Because I'm one of the guys that say bring back the the 6 to 8 weight classes and call it a day. But what's your feel on that of all these divvied up weight classes?
The way it's going, they're gonna have to shorten the weight classes. You know what I mean?
Not enough dudes.
Right. But I'm a firm believer in there's weight classes for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially in me, I understand the fighting weight, but I would prefer the walking weight. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm,
that's a different fight for most fighters, right? A lot of these guys walking around 185, cutting down to 147. You know what I'm saying? 200, cutting down to 175. I mean, I understand it, but it would be a much better sport. That's what I should say.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it would be a much better sport if the actual weigh-ins were and the fights were for actual walking weights.
I agree. I think you're going to get a lot more purity. I want to go to a couple of the comments here. Tim, this is a great one. We learn who we are through the interactions, observation, criticisms of the ones who opinion we value. Integrity in short supply these days. Ricky's main teaching is how to have integrity. I love that, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is an overall message. You don't have to say those exact words. Sometimes you'll say those exact words, but you don't have to. You can still pick it from there. Here's a question coming in from the accountability partner here. Is turkey good or bad for boxing?
At this point in the sport, he's the only one paying, so I got to say he's good for it.
Gotcha.
He's the only one cutting checks for fighters, right? Fighters want too much. I know that's crazy to say, right?
Yeah.
But fighters want way too much for what they're offering right now.
Yeah, and I don't know how they're still doing it. To be honest with you, it's just the landscape of combat sports. But here's one where I'm throwing out opinion, and I might ruffle a few feathers with this. We need though to keep well regulated combat sports alive, because man, if we aren't in an era where quite frankly, this is another one of your teachings that I absolutely appreciate, and that is of celebrate the difference between men and women, and that's okay. We don't have to be the same. We're not equal. We're so different on so many different levels. Not saying we're better, worse, doesn't matter, but we're not equal, not the same. And so I love the fact it's pathetic, in my opinion, that there would needed to be an executive order to mandate that stuff. But nevertheless, is what it is.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's just some things that I still believe in the adage we're supposed to be men. You know what I mean? That comes with a bunch of positives and pros and cons, right? Women should be women. That comes with pros and cons. Right, but the job's got to be done, right? I think that's the biggest thing that's going on with our society now is that the flip flop. It's been a flip flop of who should be passing along information as true, right? It's weird out here. That's all I'm gonna say. If y'all want to hear more about that, come over to the Truck Chronicles. But it's just weird, and I don't rock with it. I don't rock with people who rock with it. If you do, it's cool. I don't care. But I don't rock with you.
I love it. I feel the same on that. And that's so you've got we got if you go out check it at this YouTube channel right here, you're going to find the boxing stuff. There's going to be some boxing breakdown where you actually sometimes you'll go live, but other times you're doing a lot of breakdowns of your opinions on the fights and how.
Not as much anymore. No,
No.
fear. Not as much anymore. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then we have the Truck Chronicles. That's the one that's a favorite of mine. That's basically you spilling all kinds. I want to ask you something on this because I know you're the kind of guy I can ask this to. There are several times where you'll start, you'll make statements and you'll say things, and you use the term "black folks." We need to look at this and this and this.
Mm-hmm.
Denzel Washington once made this statement, and he said, if we could start changing our brain to start thinking about this isn't about race, this is about culture. We grow up in different cultures. Mm-hmm. And when we start to understand that, it adds a level of respect that we can respect for each other's culture on what goes on, because what is applicable in one culture is not the same in another. You know, what's acceptable here is not acceptable there. And you talk about many times, which is what I love about we turn the camera on ourselves. Mm-hmm. Start looking, don't look outside. Look at what can we do to improve, our situation. That's some powerful message, man. And I know not everybody agrees with you on that, but for what it's worth, just on the outside, man, yeah. I do. I believe that we all need to do that. We all need to take responsibility to some degree.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to black and white, you have to recognize it because it is what it is.
Sure.
We look different. You know what I'm saying? Now we go about things differently, but we all want the same things. When you go to the root of it, you want to be able to take care of your family. You want to be able to eat. You want to be able to go on vacation from time to time. You would like to have a nice car. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But the truth is that these differences, they do exist, right? There's some things that there's some things that I can partake with you, right?
Yep.
We can have a conversation. You know how we used to talk at work or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had a conversation. There's no hard feelings, right? We both come away with an understanding. But like I can talk to some of my people today blue in the face, and because they so stuck on this racism thing, they can't even wrap their heads around even thinking differently. You know what I mean? This ain't race ain't got what people don't understand. Race is the last thing that don't have nothing to do with nothing anymore, right? It has absolutely nothing. I tell them all the time, white people not worried about y'all, and y'all shouldn't be worried about white people, right? You should be worried about if you have good people in your life. I don't care if you're white, Mexican, black, purple, pink, Chinese, Japanese. I don't care, right? If you're a good person, I rock with you. And if you're being honest, it's really just tribalism. You can't help it. You know what I'm saying? People are attracted to people like them, right? But why do we allow people to set the precedents to make that be a wedge in between us?
Right.
Right? We're all here to be of use to somebody. We're all here to be of use. And all that is about is just finding people that work with you and who you okay being around and being yourself, not having to sell no dream, not have to put this false telephone voice like these people ain't. You are you, and you can be cool around them and vice versa. And I'm telling y'all, it'll work out. All right?
Yeah.
We can't keep letting to you. Even me, y'all ain't got to believe nothing I say. Do your own research. Try it out and see if it worked, right? But I tell my people all the time, you're going to have an aha moment and you're going to think of me. Watch.
I love that.
Right? Because we people at the end of the day, and the only requisite you can have is that that person has the same level of respect and care that you have with them. That's it.
And you said that tribal connection, dude. I mean, that's at the heart of every human being. We from the earliest days of development of our species. The tribal connection of connecting, like you said, with people that are similar, be it in likes or be it in desires or be it in mannerisms, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. I mean, these type of things. It's one of the things we talk about at the TPO is, when you're in service, there is a tribal connection there. You don't need to know each other to know that. Look, man, I got you back, and that's that. That's just part of the training. Once you get to civilian life, that shit dissipates. It's gone. Civilian life doesn't offer that as a whole. So that's one of the things we actually try to create with our outings, is showing these men and women that, hey, you're part of a group now. Now it's a goofy group. It's a bunch of kayak anglers that are out there, but I promise you ever need anything, the shirt off the back is coming to you, and we'll take care of each other. Just all we got to know is that you're a fishing nut like me. Cool. We're in, and so just trying to reestablish that tribal connection is always a big deal. So yeah, dude, it's, again, you're speaking truth around every corner.
It's just that simple, man. Some people get it, some people don't. It is what it is,
And what's so cool, I'm going to point this out, because while you created this for the purpose of sharing this with your kids and help pass on that wisdom, brother, the amount of people that you are impacting and helping is freaking huge.
I don't know about that.
100%. I do. Because even if something Brian Romans taught me, even if it's one dude, man, if it's one person that you help kind of go, oh, you know what? You're right, Uncle Rick. Shit, I need to refocus. I need to, adjust fire now and put things in a better perspective now. And if it's just one, then dude, this thing is everything you've done up to this point is, it's been worth it. At that point.
I pray I have. That's all I can do. I pray I have.
So let's see here. Got a couple more here. Got the Truck Chronicles. Oh, a book club. I haven't even had a chance to check any of these out yet. Talk to me about that. What's that?
Oh, the book club is awesome. This is what we're reading right now. We're reading The Manipulated Man right now.
Okay.
Right? And this is it's for the ladies too, but it's really for my fellas, right? You know how they think I'll be talking, right? How I talk about my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I'm telling y'all, it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. I don't have to feel to you, nobody, right? But we go over books and different stuff that a lot, like I said, a lot of, especially in my demographic, as far as black men, right? A lot of us don't have fathers. None of us was given the instruction on how to deal with women in mass. We know how to, we understand their expectations out of us, but not the other way around.
Right.
So me and the fellas and the ladies, we analyze this social media space and the stuff we see coming from social media or the masses, and we analyze it, right? They call it pussy and dick conversations. I call it relationship conversations, right? But
Uncle Rick cleaning it up.
You know how we should talk about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know how we should talk about it, right? So like I said, man, a lot of our guys didn't have no uncle, nobody to pull them along and be like, hey, this is how you should be seeing it, right? So that's what the book club is. We just delve into the minutia that's going on, especially a lot of these young guys, these Gen Zers, these new kids, right? They need somebody to teach them, hey, it's roles for a reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially when you know what I'm saying, as men, it's all gonna fall on us if it all go bad anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we just read stuff because everything you need is in a book, right? And it's interesting just to see how these books that's been over 70 years old, some over 50 years old, right, simply apply to what's exactly going on out in the world today. So
when they stand that test, hey man, I want to give a shout out to the accountability partner here, this gentleman here. Just threw this up. You said, Gene, you're 100% correct. Rick won't say, but he's impacted positively people's lives. Mine for one. Appreciate his friendship and wisdom. Salute, Brother Rick. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what this $10 means, but if that was a donation to the TPO or our channel or to Rick's channel, either one, thank you so very much. You are the first. That should tell you. I've never seen anything like this before. And oh my goodness, I don't have the words for that. That's my first super chat in a week, he says, and it was money well spent.
I appreciate you, bro.
Brother, I don't have the words. Thank you so very much. That is phenomenal, man. That's awesome stuff. See, told you, I knew that stuff. I could tell. You are what I nicknamed. You're an intellectual and social artist, in my opinion, because you take those topics and you bring them into an art form, but also it comes across in a philosophy. So it's like this mixed together the way you throw it out. And I'll be honest, I'm not just all about blowing smoke. When you and I first met, I disagreed with you on so many things, and I took you the wrong way when you were talking about men and women. I was like, dog. And I was going through a divorce at that time. So, I was like, ooh. But it took me time. And it was only after I moved out here and I started watching a lot of your content online. And I'm like, oh my God, I was completely missing his point. Here's where it's at. And dude, that's when it's like, now I'm 1,000 miles away. I can't go buy him lunch now.
It's cool, bro. It's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's obvious that, again, that's why I ask my people to keep me level set, right? Because it's obvious. That's why I pointed out. I totally believe in saying the unsaids. I think that's a big problem, right? A lot of people know, but just won't say it. So everybody got plausible deniability. I'm just putting it on the record.
That's true. Yeah.
That's all I'm doing. I'm just putting it on the record. I say a lot. I feel what people be thinking, just scared to say I don't mean afraid as in, you just don't feel like saying it. You don't, or the moment's been passed. You know what I mean? Because everything's 2020 when you look back, right? So it's just how I think. It's just I just try to let people into my head to show them how I process information and let me know if I'm off. Let me know if I'm off. And I've been wrong. I've been wrong a couple of times.
That's right. That's right. And this is, I'm going to let a little cat out of the bag too, but this is the reason that I guess I attach with that sentiment of what you talk about there is I'm actually working on a little webinar series myself in a different realm, dealing with business in an area. And one of the premises of this webinar and these speaking situations that I want to do is I want to do something similar to say, I'm not going to stand here and tell you what I'm about to tell you is the gospel. Okay. Because number one, I can't. And number two, I want you to think for yourself. I want you to apply your own situations, because anybody that tells you follow this, and this happens, that's a lie. Okay, there is no golden road, man. There's no yellow brick road that takes you to that. Now, you'll find some consistent things out there in life, be it business, be it life, whatever, but you're going to have to do your own stuff, right? That you do that a lot, and I think that's where my influence came from in wanting to create something similar in that philosophy range of, by the end of the speaking that I do, it's a good chance that some of my contents change because someone might pose a better argument to something than what I've said. And I'm actually looking forward to that because I think we miss that. We miss too much of that. I know for a fact I don't have the best ideas in the room. You know what I mean? I know that. And so, I follow people like you.
Yeah, it's all about ideas. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It's all about ideas, right? I don't care what you think. How did you get there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How did you get there? And like you said, I can give you the foundation. And hey, what I tell y'all about children, your children gonna grow up and become their own people. All you can do is lay a foundation. That's all you're doing. Lay a foundation. This is what worked for me. Maybe it can work for you. If it makes sense, it should work for everybody. Right. But you still got to approach it your way. Right. I don't know your situation 100%. So. Yeah.
Through and through. And one of the big pieces that you talk about, which is this also strikes right to our veteran community in a major way, is the family, dude. The importance of the family, the importance of mom to the family, the importance of dad to the family, the importance of positive moms and dads to the family. You speak on that topic a ton, man. And where is that just from yourself? Is that from your own experiences?
It's learned lessons. It's just the nucleus of everything in this thing we call a society, right? Individualism is a cancer. It's a cancer.
Thank you.
The only thing individualism breeds is ego and ego. I can't even say anything else.
That's enough said, I think, right there.
Yeah.
My wife and I were talking about something about this, and it was, I'm not even going to get in. I'm not going to gaslight anybody with something, but it was about situations in the military. And I made this statement sitting on the stairs that the military isn't about you. It isn't a right for you. That is an earned position that you must achieve to, and it's not about you using it as a platform to express you. It's about your oath that you're taking to be a part of the world's finest fighting force to defend our nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Foreign and domestic.
Domestic, exactly. And it's not about, it's not to be used as some, personal vessel of yours to express your inner being. What the hell? No, it's never been for that.
Right. The legs of the caterpillar just running off and doing what they want to do. No, we have too much exposure to our military, if you asking me, with social media.
Yeah.
Right? Our military is supposed to be a mystery. All they was supposed to think is that we're badass. That's it. Right?
Yep.
There's not a lot of jobs that can define you as a person. Being a soldier is one of those jobs.
Yes, sir.
Right? You a soldier forever.
Yeah.
You're a soldier forever. And I totally believe in the military, especially for our younger people. Me, honestly, I would prefer if they made every male do a stint at least of 2 years.
That's pretty hardcore, yeah.
If it was me, right? Because not only do you serve your country, if they was doing it right like they supposed to, then you will already have a leg up on society after your 2 years are done, right? So men will already have a little escrow, right? As soon as they done with the military. So this fighting with a woman for jobs and pay, right, already got a little cushion on you already, sweetheart.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And just walk to it. Women in the military, I think is a no-go, because most women, not all, most women don't understand honor.
All right.
Right. That's why they don't work in the military.
You don't think, though, I mean, are you speaking specifically to the combat side of things, or are you speaking to just anywhere?
Combat.
Yeah.
Combat. But even in jobs, right? I'm just me personally, right? Clerical, right? Cooks, right? But anything as far as maintenance, mechanics, any of those things should be posted by men.
And that's one of the controversial views. Some people would look at it as controversial. I don't know where I stand. I don't know if I 100% agree there or not.
Question.
But I can understand where you came from with it.
Question.
Yes, sir.
In wartime, would a woman want to be a mechanic?
That's a good question.
Let's say she's not signed up already and they go, right? It's wartime and they need mechanics.
Would they fill that role?
In mass.
Would they? Are you? Is part of what you're saying is that you're thinking that they would feel slighted by that?
No. I'm thinking they won't do it because they wouldn't really want to go to wartime.
Gotcha.
Right. So you can't pick and this is the problem with the left and what we just overcame, what over the last 4 years. Right. Yeah. You can't pick and choose responsibilities. Right. That's what they allow women to do, is to pick and choose okay, I can do it, man. If he do this, no, you got to do everything, baby. You can't pick and choose. This ain't no buffet. It's a smorgasbord.
Do you follow Dr. Jordan Peterson at all?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. He makes some arguments, man, that are tough to deal. And I I don't know where I stand on it 100%. I learned a tactic to do something a while back, and it has really changed a lot of things for me. Is I don't listen anymore to people to try to be right or try to prove something right or wrong. I listen for the purpose of trying to understand where they're coming from. I think we've lost that art. Listen to understand. Don't listen to agree or disagree. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm not looking for an opportunity to. But what about this? But it's like, no. I'll decide later where I stand. Now, some things, I'm already clear on. In my head. Yeah. But things like that topic there, I don't know where I'm at with that. But I can absolutely see where you're coming from when it comes to getting there.
And what you're talking about is something I have to work on.
It's a skill, man, and I'm not saying I got it right. Tim says, Ricky, my wife's a certified motorcycle mechanic, but I won't tell her you said that.
Like, ask her. That's the reason I said, so you can come back to it. God damn it, shit. Like, if it was war, after the war had started, right?
Yeah.
If the war had started, I ain't talking about she signed up and was forced to go. I'm saying if the war had started and they was like, we need mechanics, do y'all believe in mass that most women would sign up to be mechanics in wartime, at war, in another country?
You know, and it's one of those thought-provoking deals, dude, that I absolutely love about the stuff that the topics that you. Another one of the things I wanted to talk about, thing that I love that you expose, is the hypocrisies of, especially you do a phenomenal job of doing this about ideology. Mm-hmm. I said something the other day, you know, it's like, man, I was on the Heroes Media Group weekly wrap up. We were talking about, I'll shorten down this story. I don't want to spend the whole time talking, but bottom line was, we found out there's some federal money that was slated to go to California. It's been, because of Doge, it's been stopped for right now for review. Well, it just so happened that the person that is in charge of that company that was going to benefit from this huge financial, you know, gain that was coming out of the federal government happened to be none other than Nancy Pelosi's husband. Mm-hmm. I made this statement, and I got a little bit of flack for this, but it's the truth, and I'll stand by the statement 100%. And I said it was wrong when Halliburton did it, and it's wrong when they do it. Okay, yeah. I'm holding all their feet to the coal. There's got to be a conflict of interest when it comes to this stuff. But nobody's getting all bent out of shape there. You know, I mean, people are still going to change their banner, their profile picture on Facebook saying they support something. Mm-hmm. They haven't done a damn thing. They're changing a Facebook profile. Go do something, you know, and affect something somewhere. These are the topics where it's like, this isn't left or right. This is just right and wrong, y'all. Exactly. It doesn't have to be that complicated, you know, at the end of the day. But yeah, that was something I took a little flack for. But it's like, hey,
I don't know why I would.
Cheney and them boys were some of the most corrupt Dr. Evil, you know.
Man, like I said, we thought Bush was bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
This was bad. Like, this is egregious.
It's crazy.
It's egregious. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm a lot of things. I'm not no hypocrite. Yep. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of people, they say they do things they don't do, or do things that they say they don't. Yeah, like, it's crazy to me. But that's what, when we talk about as far as the game of life and here where we at in the USA, these things people are scared to, they believe this country is going to become already exists in some form or fashion. You just got to figure out where you get in. You know what I mean? It's not our problem for real. You know what I mean? It's not our problem for real. You know, what you have to do is, and check this out. This was crazy, right? You see how quick everybody turned? It's just about, it's the end of February.
Right? We're barely 30 days in.
Listen to what I'm saying, right? These changes that the same way they change is the same way they can turn back, right? Oh, fight for the transgender and the women's empowerment bullshit. No, that this should tell y'all. This should tell all y'all they all are in accord. They just gonna do what the people up top tell them to do. They all in accord, right? It went from end racism to get it off the NFL field, right?
Yep.
Right, they just playing with y'all. That's all they doing is playing with y'all. What we should be doing again is watching what the business interests are of these people and locking on to that, right? Because
follow the money.
Exactly, because that's what really matters for us. That's the only thing that's the only reason they here is to get money out of y'all pocket. I don't see why people are mad at Doge or anybody for telling who stole your money.
I saw the best deal. It's like people complaining about Elon and Trump, and anybody that's getting in this is like the boyfriend that gets caught cheating because his girl looked in on his phone, and he's going to turn around and like, I can't believe you invaded my privacy.
Why are you in my phone?
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Out. Right. I knew this wasn't going to work out. We ain't had trust in the first place. You don't trust me. What?
You focused on the wrong stuff, man.
You're gonna gaslight yourself right on up out of here. Like
I love it.
right? Like
Yeah.
so is life, man. It's funny like that, I'm telling you.
Well, and that's the hypocrisy piece. I love how you you breathe truth into some of this stuff and try to get people to go, okay, hold on a sec. I am a firm believer, and this I came to this realization a while back. Whether it's left or right, it's the same circus, y'all. It's just different clowns in play. Okay, if we're going to get anywhere, we need somebody that pisses off both sides. I really do believe that. And that's why I'm kind of happy with I know it's going to be a band-aid that we got to rip off. It's going to hurt. But hopefully on the other end, man, we're going to get some new
okay
fresh
with Trump. Yeah. I keep trying to tell y'all, and I don't neither one. I don't vote for do wrong. I don't give a hell, right? But I'm okay with Trump. At least I know who he is. I know what he's doing. You already know my boy, right? It's like at least I know what he doing. Like he moves like a man. So even if he gonna be like fuck you, he gonna tell you fuck you. Yep. You see what I'm saying? He gonna tell you fuck you.
Yep.
Right. So again, and this is my biggest thing, especially with the little weave wearing lady, like talking about we not in the business of giving out. It's not gonna help. It help y'all.
Mm-hmm.
$5,000 help y'all. Right. It like I said, it's crazy how none of this exists without us, but we're the only ones that get used up. Right? We're the only ones who get used up. Me and you've been working our whole life, bro.
Yeah.
Right. And no matter what these people say, most people, everybody want to live in this la la land like you gonna hit it big someday. No, you're not. If you'd have done it, you'd have did it already. Right? I'm just being honest, right?
The American dream, yeah.
Right. This is what it is, right? But you live in better than 98% of the world. Let's keep it a bean.
Hell yeah.
Right? So, what shit, like I said, I don't worship money, but we all gotta eat.
Mm-hmm.
And if Trump can do 50% of what he said, eliminate some of the income tax or revise it to the point where we're not getting bent over screwed, or better yet, eliminate the IRS automatically. All these things are private companies anyway, just contracted by the U.S. government, but that's a different conversation.
Right.
And you can get $500 more paycheck. That's going to impact y'all life.
Yeah.
That would directly impact y'all life. That's a new car for some people, right?
Hell yeah.
That's a house for some people. But but it's okay to give billions to people who have never stepped foot on this land that you especially veterans and people who serve that you fought for or put your life on the line for, right? Or you didn't work your whole life to keep this system going, right? Like, come on, y'all. This is stupid to even argue this fact, but hey, we in 2025. So,
I had a chance to meet another nonprofit, and they had the most simple motto. It wasn't a mission, but it was a motto that they had, and all it was it's called Warrior Now is the name of the nonprofit, and their motto is veterans deserve better, man. And that's, you can take that across the board. Yes, I speak to it on this. That's what the True Patriot Outfitters is. That's our message. That's who we're here to serve, those that have served or continue to serve. But you can take this message across the board. You deserve better, and don't listen to somebody telling you that, this is, blah, blah. In the meantime, their pockets are getting loaded, and it's okay then as long as you don't hear about it, type deal.
Crazy. It's just crazy
awesome
to me. Like I said, for years, man, Democrat, Republican, left, right, liberal, it doesn't matter. Before Donald Trump, everybody wanted smaller government.
Right.
We need smaller government. Democrats, we need to cut. Y'all the one who implemented Doge in the first place. Y'all party. Right? They just renamed it. Like, they liars, bro. Like I said, we all know their entire job is to keep their hand in your pocket, and some of these people have been in your pocket since I've been when I started bagging groceries at 14 years old.
One of the things I said on this, and you just made the statement to it. It's the devil, Yeah, I know Elon and they're grandstanding. There's propaganda right now that they're throwing because they love this attention. All right, that's part of what makes them up. But you can't deny the fact that it's visible, and they may be saying things you don't like, but they're saying them and they're not lying about it, and they're showing you what they're doing. Hey man, I'd rather have that any day of the week at this point. And people can try to spin it and say what they want to say with, conjecture left and right. But at this point, for the first time in a long time, we're seeing, and they're delivering what they said they were going to do. Dude, how can you, look, it's obviously something different, and nothing else was working. They screwed it up both sides before they had their shot.
It's like, hey man, they relate because they like some of them women, right? You they relate. That's why they relate, because they washing dishes, but I don't like the way you washing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, clean dishes is clean dishes. You know what I mean? So it just shows, like I tell people, it's like you don't have to see actions if you actually listen to a person. They'll tell you everything you need to know about it.
So awesome stuff, dude. This is I absolutely love the topics we've been going down here. What have I missed so far as content out there, or what do you have planned coming up? You got any stuff in the pipeline right now that you're working on, or are you just going to keep honing the skills right here?
Not at all, man. I'm fly by my pants right now. I understand everybody wants more structure, but to be honest, right now in my life, I don't have time for it. I'm moving around too much. I'm getting older. This gym is whooping my ass.
You got that regular workout thing going on?
Yeah, man. I get home and grandpa naps be in play. So yeah, man, I understand about just rocking out with my people, man, and it's time allots. I'm gonna add stuff and test stuff and stuff like that. But right now all I have is really Truck Chronicles, book club, and Friday nights on Twitch. We listen to music over there on Twitch at R Dubs on Twitch. That's Feel Good Fridays. But besides that, man, just talking to my people, man. And
those are the jam sessions you put up.
Yeah, jam sessions. Yeah, Feel Good Fridays. Yeah.
I saw one. It's like, I got to watch this. You put Usher.
Usher versus Chris Brown.
Yes, exactly.
Chris Brown.
See, before I even watch it, I'm going in all Usher on that.
Yeah, Usher
I don't know.
Bro.
Okay, good.
Usher was tough. We thought Chris Brown had it, but Usher got hits for days, man. He beat Chris Brown on the breakup song. That's what he got.
Okay. All right.
Chris Brown ain't gotten really a lot of breakup songs, but that's all Usher forte. But yeah, all those playlists are available on YouTube Music. YouTube Music, you can do a search for a playlist for jam sessions, and all those playlists pull up. So if you ever wanted to check out the playlist, Drew Hill versus Jagged Edge was bad too. That was a good playlist. Yeah.
That's good stuff. Folks at home, make sure that you are tuning in on YouTube. AREDUBBZ R Dubs. Do you mind if I ask, where'd that come from? What is that?
Ricky Williams. R Dubs. W for the win. R Dubs.
Ha! I got it phonetically spelled out. See, I'm not the brightest Christmas light in the box half the time.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
Sometimes you got to wiggle the line to get me to come on.
Hey, man, we'll figure it out. We'll tape it and keep it right there. You know what I mean?
The joys of live broadcast.
Hey, you ask questions. That's what it's for. Ask questions.
dude, I can't thank you enough, man, for taking time out of your busy schedule to come in here and taking time away from the family to come chat with us. I do believe 100% that there is a lot of wisdom in the things that you talk about, and the way you approach life, and the way you look at a lot of situations that I think people could draw from. And I think there's a lot of benefit that can happen, and clearly some of your followers in here also, making those statements and saying that. And so if we can have, one of our brothers and sisters out there get a chance to check out your content, and they see a topic that you're talking on that strikes a chord with them, dude, then we did our job. Win across the board. That's the main thing.
Yeah, chime in. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. I try my best to read them. If you do a super chat, they'll definitely get read, right? But I definitely try to read, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We all go through it. Just sometimes we need to get it off our chest, and sometimes we need to hear it from somebody else. So that's what I'm here for.
I love it. And this, let's see, as long as you're not the bulb that knocks out the whole string, then you're good. Thank you, Tim. Yes, I do my damnedest to make sure I'm not.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Exactly. I'm trying to build that karma bank up, I'm trying to make sure. Well, listen, Ricky, thank you so very much, man, for taking time out and stopping by and chatting with us, dude. I'm looking forward to following your stuff and hopefully having you back on here again, dude. When I get out there, we need to go fishing. I'm gonna bring the yaks,
Man,
and we
let me know
going.
when you here, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Let me know when you're here. You need to get up with my boy Fishing and Fit. He down south. He do a lot of fishing, bro. But yeah, let me know when you in there. You know it's no, I got you, bro. Just let me know.
We'll be coming through there for sure. I'm gonna get a chance, maybe definitely one time at least, but maybe twice we'll get a chance to come through there, and I'll be within striking range of Rochester, so we'll reach out.
No worries, man. Let me know, man. And thanks for having me. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Right. Have a great night.
You too. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for our show here. Man, listen, to all you folks that tuned in live to see Ricky and that are following Ricky with his content there, thank you so very much from all of us at the TPO. We love you guys, and we love Ricky. We love the work he's doing out there, so that support is fantastic. Go check him out, man. Go make sure you get a chance. Like I said, go check out his YouTube channel. Check out the socials there. If you're just looking for a different ways, like I said, sometimes he might have a different opinion on things, but hear it out, because there's a lot of thought that goes into this stuff, and the teachings on integrity and what it is to live with truth. That's a powerful message that all of us can benefit from that stuff out there. Hey guys, you know the drill on this stuff out here, folks. That like and subscribe, that follow for us on the channel is a big help. That's exactly one way we can reach more people and spread our message out there with, obviously trying to get people outdoors, get them in the outdoors, get them fishing, and connect them with this group out here. That's right at the heart of the True Patriot Outfitters and why the Doc Talk exists, why we're so proud to be with Heroes Media Group and doing that stuff. And of course, Romans Warrior Foundation standing us up so we can do it. So smash that subscribe, hit that like or follow, and you guys know the drill. You know what I'm going to tell you to do. I'm going to ask you to do. Tight lines and be safe.